UDC Firebirds basketball fans, welcome to another edition of UDC Firebirds basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. I'm Eli Pearlstein, and this evening we have UDC men's basketball for you as your men's basketball team takes on the men's basketball team from Nyack College. Your UDC Firebirds enter tonight's action with a 5-5 overall record. They are 3-1 in conference play and 4-1 when playing here at the UDC Sports Complex this season. They have won their last 4 home games in a row and have won their last 4 of 5 overall, coming off of a thrilling week right before the Christmas break, in which they defeated crosstown rival Bowie State and then trumped then number 3 nationally ranked St. Thomas Aquinas by a final of 85-80. That was a couple weeks ago, December 17th, the last time the Firebirds took the court. And tonight they take on a Nyack College Warriors team that comes in with a record of 3-7 overall. They are 0-5 in conference play. They compete in the Central Atlantic Collegiate Conference, but they have gone 2-0 against the 2 East Coast Conference opponents they've played this year, and they are 3-2 out of conference, so they have fared much better when not battling CACC teams. This season they are 1-4 away from home. So Firebirds looking to continue their winning ways of late, while Nyack looking for their second road win of the year. I will pause and let you listen in to the playing of the national anthem. Eli Pearlstein again with you as the Firebirds get set to play their 11th game of the season, their 6th here at home this season. And again, they haven't played since December 17th. It's been even longer since Nyack last took the floor. They last played December 12th, so it has been quite some time, a few weeks since the Nyack Warriors suited up. It'll be interesting to see how the long layoffs affect both teams. Let's get to this evening's starting lineups. We'll begin with the visiting Nyack College Warriors. Again, they come in with a 3-7 overall record, 1-4 away from home. They are led by 5th-year head coach Jason Crafton. He's assisted by Billy Singleton, Dan Bailey, Stephen Howard, and Omar Grant. And here is the lineup for the Warriors tonight. They're going with 4 guards. One will be sophomore Sean Witherspoon. He stands 6'1", 190 pounds from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Also in the backcourt, 6'1", junior Imran Ritchie. He's from Uniondale, New York. And 6'3", senior Robert Tyler from Beltsville, Maryland. Rounding out the 4 guards in the lineup for Nyack is 6-foot senior Jaron Smith. He's from Jersey City, New Jersey. And rounding out the starting five for the Warriors is senior forward Gabrielle Chandler. He's from Atlantic City, New Jersey. That lineup for Nyack going up against the following lineup for your UDC Firebirds, are led by fourth-year head coach Mike Riley. He's assisted by Terrell Stokes and Anthony Iati. Firebirds going with 5 guards in their starting lineup. They will be senior Kasim Chandler from Newark, New Jersey, junior Trayvon Butler from Lakewood, New Jersey, junior Khalil Jackson getting his first start of the year. He's from Brooklyn, New York, senior Joseph Nickerson from Newark, New Jersey, and senior Reggie Sidbury from Landover, Maryland. Now, the reason why Khalil Jackson is getting his first start, regular starter Jayon Troutman, unable to play tonight. He is on the Firebirds bench in sweat, but he will not be available for the Firebirds to use this evening. So they are without a big piece of their roster. Troutman, in the Firebirds' first 10 games, averaged 8.8 points per game, 3.6 rebounds per game, and 0.5 assists per game. So they are going to miss his services. Our officials this evening are Chris Kakagna, Patrick Langford, and Stephen Wovinen. Firebirds in gold, Nyack in red. Tip is up and it's won by UDC. It'll be Kasim Chandler to bring the ball up court for the Firebirds. Tries to feed a pass to Jackson. It's deflected away, but we have a reach-in foul called on the Warriors. Warriors have struggled in the foul department this year. They come into this game ranking second to last in terms of personal fouls committed in their conference. Again, they compete in the Central Atlantic Collegiate Conference. Sidbury, the jumper from the free throw line, connects. And Firebirds have the early 2-0 lead. 19:38 to go here in the first half of play. The Warriors also rank second to last in fouls against per game. So they're committing 21.9 on average per game, but teams against them are only committing 15.5. So about 6 fouls fewer per game than they're committing on average. And again, they committed the first one in this contest. Nickerson dribbles behind the back and draws a reach-in foul. Stops the clock with 19:06 to go in the first half. It will be Nickerson to inbound from the baseline. I take that back. The Firebirds switch it up. It will be Kasim Chandler to inbound. Interesting having their point guard inbound from the baseline. He's the smallest player on the court for UDC. Still gets it in effectively to Nickerson. Troutman is normally who they have inbounding the ball from that position on the court. Butler drives. His finger roll is good, and UDC goes up 4-0. 18:50 to go here in the first half of play. Jumper near side from Jaron Smith. That's off the mark. Rebound to Butler for the Firebirds. Keeps it ahead to Chandler. Kicks wide to Sidbury for 3. It's short. He was fading away as he released that shot. Now Chandler, handling the rock on top of the arc. Drives left of the lane. His floater comes up short. Rebound held on by Gabrielle Chandler for Nyack. Ritchie. Hands off to Witherspoon. He works against Nickerson. Drives right in the lane. Has the ball stripped away out of bounds. Will remain Nyack basketball. Trayvon Butler, who got the last bucket for UDC, was named to the ECC honor roll on December 20th for the terrific week he had in the Firebirds' wins against Bowie State and St. Thomas Aquinas, their final week prior to the Christmas holiday. Hope all of you out there had a great holiday and are continuing to have a great holiday season. Remember to stay safe during the New Year's celebrations tomorrow night. Chandler drives, dishes underneath to Jackson, who had a nice pump fake prior to the layup off the glass. to set himself free. Firebirds up 4-6-2, 17:31 to go here in the first half. And Eli Pearlstein with you. Appreciate you tuning in on this Friday evening. Students here at UDC still on break, so a little bit of a lighter crowd than normal, thanks to the fact that students aren't on campus right now. It's that weird time in college basketball where things are really heating up, but students aren't around to enjoy it. Chandler gets the inbounds pass, dribbles it to the half-court circle, guarded by Witherspoon. Dishes off to Nickerson. Had the ball momentarily knocked away, recovers, drives into the lane, gets bumped. Was it before the shot? They say it is. Foul was on 25 for Nyack. That's Gabrielle Chandler. He'll have to come out of the game as that was his second personal for the senior from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Chandler works against Witherspoon. Dishes off to Sidbury. His runner, get off the glass. Sidbury, normally a three-point shooter with two-point field goals so far tonight. Normally he gets going from three early. He's missed his one three-point attempt. But the senior from Landover, Maryland, shooting well from two-point range. Jackson finds Sidbury. This time he'll chuck up a three. Too strong on the attempt. Firebirds now 4 of 7 from the field. 16:22 remaining in the half. Smith for three. It's good. And we are now tied at 8. So a quick start by the Firebirds, and Nyack getting themselves right back into this one. Sidbury swings left to Butler. Now Jackson tries to feed it back, and we get a whistle and a foul. I believe that will be the 15th foul on Nyack. No, it will go against UDC. But first we've got the under 16 media timeout. This game, a close one, tied at 8 with 15:53 remaining here in the first half. Take a look at the shooting numbers in this first 4 minutes of play. Firebirds 4 of 7 from the field. Nyack 3 of 5. 2 of 3 from downtown were the Warriors. Firebirds 0 for 2. Firebirds led in scoring by Reggie Sidbury with his 4 points. For Nyack, Robert Tyler and Jaron Smith each with 3 apiece. That foul was called on UDC, so it's their first team foul. It will be Nyack foul coming out of this break. Now we do have a familiar face in the crowd this evening. Very familiar face to Firebirds head coach Mike Raleigh, as the coach who he used to assist at Georgetown University, Craig Ishrick, is in the house, sitting about center court along the bleachers. So nice to have former Hoya head coach Craig Ishrick in the building tonight. Had a couple of big-name former head coaches here at the UDC Sports Complex this season. Gary Williams came to watch his former pupil, Juan Dixon, coached the UDC women's team back in November. Speaking of the UDC women's team, they had a game earlier this afternoon at the University of the Sciences, a team also in the Central Atlantic Collegiate Conference. They lost that game 56-36. Chandler drives, dishes wide, Butler for 3, off the mark. The Firebirds trailing by 2, 10-8. Now 3-pointer from Robert Tyler. That doesn't get the friendly roll. And we get a loose ball foul. I believe that will go against Trayvon Butler for the Firebirds. It is the team's second foul, and will be Nyack basketball from the floor. Anthony Matthews checks into the game for the first time for UDC, replacing Butler. That is the first personal on Trayvon Butler. And Nyack calls time. They were struggling to get it inbounds, so they use their first timeout of the game. Leaves them with 3 timeouts remaining for head coach Jason Crafton in his 5th year guiding this Warriors team. He is a Nyack graduate in 2003. Crafton led the Warriors to 11 wins a season ago. They finished the year 11-15, finished 5th out of 7 in the CACC Northern Division. The 11 wins last season was their most wins since 2009. So he has this program headed in the right direction. Warriors are able to get it inbounds this time. Marcus Boyd sets a screen. Witherspoon drives and has his layup attempt swatted away by Jackson. Now Kyle Williams checks into the game for UDC as Witherspoon checks out for Nyack. Jackson heads to the bench for the Firebirds. Gotten good defense by UDC, making it tough for the Warriors to inbound the ball from the baseline. Now 3-pointer from left of the circle. It's too strong. Rebound to Ritchie before the shot. Got a foul on the floor called against UDC, team's 3rd. It'll be Ritchie to inbound. Gets it into Boyd. His layup attempt off the side eye of the backboard. Rebound to the Firebirds. Matthews into the front court for UDC. Handling the rock at the point. Finds a cutting Nickerson, and his reverse layup is in off the glass. Terrific move by Joseph Nickerson, the Firebirds' leading scorer on the year with 18.5 points per game on average. He gets his first bucket of the night. Nickerson came into this game ranked 5th in the ECC in scoring. Ritchie drives and answers right back with a reverse of his own. 13:53 remaining here in the first half of play. Chandler. Back to Matthews. Guarded tightly. They play give and go. Chandler pump fakes the 3, drives. His floater misses everything, but fortuitous bounce for the Firebirds to get the rebound. Now Sidbury, the fadeaway from the elbow, he connects. Reggie Sidbury, been terrific from inside the arc. Now 3 of 5 from the field. Beautiful move and the finish underneath by Kyle Williams, the 6'9" junior from Freeport, New York. Now already has eclipsed his season average of 1.3 points per game. Firebirds back on top now, 14-12, 12:27 left. A foul underneath called on Williams. Bucket good by Curtis Thompson. He'll head to the free throw line. Bunch of subs coming in for Nyack, and they include Calvin Willis, Sean Witherspoon back in, Junior Graham in for the first time. I mentioned how often Reggie Sidbury shoots from beyond the arc. Coming into this game for Reggie Sidbury, of his 89 field goal attempts, 68 had been from beyond the arc. But tonight he is lighting it up from 2-point range. Beautiful spin move to get in the lane by Ritchie. He cannot finish, however. Now the Firebirds have numbers the other way. Butler saves it inbounds. Back to Jackson. And he is bumped. So that will be team foul number 5 on Nyack. And it stops the clock with 11:49 remaining in the first half. We have the under 12 media timeout. Firebirds trailing by 1, 15-14. Well, this is the 5th time these two teams have met since the start of the 05-06 season. And the previous 4 games have all went the way of Nyack. These two teams last played November 21st, 2015, so last season. And that game was played up in Nyack, New York. Nyack got the win in overtime, 86-82. All 4 losses the Firebirds have suffered to the Warriors over the last 10 years have been single-digit losses. They've been close competitive games, just none have gone the way of the Firebirds. This is the 3rd straight year these two teams are meeting. The last time Nyack was here in D.C. was November 22nd, 2014. Firebirds lost that game 74-60. That was, the only double-digit loss for UDC. The other games in this series in the last 10 years both happened in the 08-09 season. Firebirds lost those 2 games by a combined 10 points. Ball is deflected out of bounds. It will stay UDC basketball. 11:40 showing on the first half game clock. Here's Nickerson inbound. He gets it into Matthews. He swings it left to Butler. Back to Matthews. Over to Butler. Again Matthews. Looks down low. Decides to take it himself into the lane. Goes up left-handed. Misses badly. And the rebound knocked out of bounds. It will be Warriors basketball. 11:20 remaining on the first half game clock. Gabrielle Chandler checks back into the game for Nyack. He replaces Junior Graham. Reggie Sidbury, meanwhile, and Kasim Chandler both get off the bench for UDC, await to check in at the scorer's table, as well as Robert Tyler from Nyack. Thompson drives, has his layup attempt swatted away. Subs can now check in. It is Imran Ritchie who checks out of the game for Nyack. Witherspoon will inbound, or will attempt to inbound. Just does barely beat the 5-second clock. Now it's Robert Tyler who's wide open for the triple, and he connects. Robert Tyler makes it 18-14, 4-point Nyack lead. 10:53 left in this first half of play. Jackson finds a cutting Nickerson in for the finger roll from right in front of the hoop. So Firebirds cut their deficit to 2. Firebirds have led by as many as 4 in this contest. Again, Tyler for 3, and he's hit back-to-back triples. This is the largest lead of the game for the Warriors. Coming with 10:23 to go here in the first half. Nickerson finds Butler, left side, back to Nickerson from way downtown. Comes up short, but the Warriors cannot get the handle on the rebound. No gold jerseys were down there. So Firebirds get bailed out. Nyack not able to keep it in bounds. Chandler checks out of the game. Will be Chandler to inbound. Gets it into Sidbury. He swings left to Nickerson. He works against Tyler. Jackson comes to set a screen. He's open, rolling to hoop. The pass just too far out in front of him. Back the other way. Tyler soars to the rim. Gets a very acrobatic bucket to go down and draws the foul. So the clock stops with 9:58 left in the half. And a chance at a three-point play for Robert Tyler. Tyler, a senior from Beltsville, Maryland. He's the team's leading scorer on the season, averaging 16.7 points per game. And the free throw is good. Makes it 24-16, 8-point game, 9:54 left in this first half. Nickerson to Sidbury for three. Too strong. Sidbury 0 for 3 from deep, 3 for 3 from inside the arc. Nice shot by Butler getting a hand into the passing lane, but it will stay Warriors basketball. Now Jaron Smith checks into the game, replacing Calvin Willis. There's Thompson to inbound. Gets it into Smith. Now Tyler, the three. This one won't fall, but an offensive rebound for Thompson. And we got a traveling violation called on Tyler. So it'll be Firebirds basketball. Nickerson inbounds and will have the pleasure of walking it up. This is the lone meeting between these two teams this season. And Nickerson draws the blocking foul. That will go against Robert Tyler. Team's sixth foul, so next foul committed by Nyack means free throws the rest of the half for UDC. Kyle Williams checks back into the game for UDC, replacing Khalil Jackson. There's Nickerson to inbound. Gets it into Sidbury. He finds Williams. Beats down low to Nickerson, and Nickerson with the layup from the left side. Joseph Nickerson starting to heat up. He now has 6 points. Match Reggie Sidbury for the team lead. Firebirds trailing by 6. Against a team in Nyack that has lost 6 in a row. They are 3-2 out of conference this year, however. Graham with the two-handed slam. The lead back out to 8. 26-18. 8:46 remaining in the half. Chandler swings left to Butler. Butler backs up, has a screen set by Williams. He elects not to use it. Tries to fire cross court to Sidbury. It's over his head and out of bounds. So with 8:33 remaining in the half, Nyack a chance to try and add on to their lead. Firebirds call a 30-second timeout. They want to talk things over prior to this next sequence down court for Nyack. Folks, be sure to follow UDC Athletics on Facebook, on Twitter at UDC Firebird Fans, and on YouTube at UDC Athletics 1. Firebirds still shooting better from the floor than Nyack. Firebirds shooting 52.9% compared to Nyack shooting 45.5%. But UDC 0 for 5 from downtown, whereas the Warriors are 4 of 9 from deep. Firebirds controlling the points in the paint, 14-12. As Witherspoon drives and has the ball slapped away by Sidbury, will stay Warriors basketball. Thompson to inbound. Gets it into Smith. Now Witherspoon. Has a screen set by Chandler. He drives right in the lane and draws the foul. The clock stops with 8:14 left. That is team foul number 6 on UDC. So now each team has committed 6 fouls. It's Sean Witherspoon, the sophomore from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, headed to the free throw line. The 67% free throw shooter on the season. Played his high school ball at LaSalle College High School in Philadelphia. Averaging 9.4 points per game this year. Hits the first. Make it 27-18. Marcus Boyd checks back into the game for Nyack. Anthony Matthews back in for UDC. Witherspoon unable to hit the second. So it's a 9-point game. 8:06 left in the half. Matthews drives. Fouled on the attempt. Pardon me, that is Chandler who drove. Blocking foul, the team's 7th for Nyack. And we have reached the under 8 media timeout just barely. Firebirds trailing by 9, 27-18. Will be Kyle Williams, Kasim Chandler, Anthony Matthews, Reggie Sidbury, and Joseph Nickerson on the court for UDC coming out of that media timeout. Sim Chandler to the free throw line. Sim Chandler set a conference high in terms of number of free throws made in the Firebirds' last game. Their terrific 85-80 win over St. Thomas Aquinas. Kasim Chandler was 15 of 16 from the free throw line in that game. Firebirds as a team also set a ECC high this year with 31 made free throws in that game. They made 31 of 41 at the line. So they did a great job getting to the line against the Spartans, which helped them pull off that massive upset. The Firebirds' last game, that was back on December 17th. And both these teams having long layoffs prior to this one. Nyack hadn't played since December 12th. That's in part because they had a game that was postponed, scheduled for the 17th against Dominican. That game had to be postponed, I'm guessing, because of some bad weather that weekend. There's some icy conditions along the I-95 corridor. Nickerson's three-pointer won't go down, then nearly gets the strip. Instead, he deflects it out of bounds, and it will stay Nyack basketball. 7:12 to go in the first half. Firebirds trailing by 10. Nyack is 2-0 against ECC teams this year. They defeated Mercy 66-56 back on November 16th, and they defeated Roberts Wesleyan on November 19th, 76-55. Firebirds against the CACC, 1-2 this year. Firebirds got their lone win against a CACC opponent against Chestnut Hill at Philadelphia University, 94-71. They lost to Philadelphia University and Bloomfield. Williams with the nice feed from Matthews. So is back to a 10-point game. That 12-point difference, the largest it's been in favor of Nyack tonight. Thompson goes up against two defenders. No whistle. Back the other way. Matthews unable to get the tip in. Now 1 against 2. And this time there is a foul called. Will go against Reggie Sidbury as the clock stops with exactly 6 remaining in the half. And it is the 7th team foul on the Firebirds. Is Imran Ritchie at the free throw line. Unable to hit the first attempt. As a team, Nyack shooting 69% from the free throw line coming in. It's about 9 percentage points less than the Firebirds, who coming into this game are shooting 78% from the line as a team. Ritchie makes 1 of 2. Niall Carpenter into the game for the first time for Nyack. Warriors up by 11 with 6 minutes to go in this first half. Matthews walking into the front court. Screen set by Williams. Matthews hands off to Chandler. He backs up. Dishes to Nickerson. Now Williams in the paint, and I believe he took a step before putting that shot up. Indeed, travel is the call. Big guy's got to put the ball on the floor before making that move. Williams transferred to UDC from Grambling State University prior to the start of this year. It's an imposing figure to drive on, though Carpenter just did without success. Now Chandler back the other way, draws the foul in, count the bucket. So Kasim Chandler will head to the free throw line to try and complete the 3-point play with 5:19 left in the half. Chandler a little shaken up after that drive. The senior who started out his collegiate career at Quinnipiac before transferring to UDC prior to last season. He's a native of Newark, New Jersey, played his high school ball at Eastside High School. And he connects to complete the 3-point play. Came into this game shooting 79% from the free throw start this year. So Firebirds now back to within single digits, 33-25. 5:11 left. Good tight defense on Tyler. Now he has a step on Jakeem Folks, who's getting his first minutes of the game for UDC. Chandler has the ball poked away from behind. Now back the other way, Tyler too far underneath the hoop. Alertly passes it back to Ritchie, who could not convert the layup. Firebirds nearly turn it over on back-to-back possessions. Chandler dribbled it off his foot. And pass from Jackson intercepted. Again, ahead of the pack were the Warriors. This time Carpenter fouled on the layup attempt. So it will be Niall Carpenter headed to the free throw line. By the way, I see Jerron Smith getting some attention from UDC athletic trainer Allison Hammer. Looks like he may have cut his lip. Jerron Smith was a starter tonight for Nyack, but hasn't played in a little bit, and that's the reason why. Carpenter unable to hit the second free throw. Matthews pump fakes the three, now will bring it out. Screen set by Folks. Matthews, beautiful no-look pass to Folks underneath, who's able to hit the layup from the left side. Jakeem Folks makes it 34-27. 7-point game with 4:11 left. Tyler to the elbow. The fadeaway is good. Gets a friendly roll off the front iron. That looks short off his fingertips, but got the rim to bounce in his favor. Chandler for three. Comes up short. Long rebound hauled down by Foltz. Now Chandler works to Matthews. He'll try the triple. The Firebirds still with no answer from downtown. Now 0 for 8 from deep. Can't win many games when you're 0 from 3. Long rebound tip to Chandler, who will drive and put in the floater. Makes it a 7-point game, 36-29, 3:15 left in the half. That three-pointer in that last possession down court by Kasim Chandler. The 22nd he has shot this year. He's only made 4 of them. That's why he really has halted shooting too many three-pointers per contest. Speaking of threes, there's Robert Tyler with his 3rd of the game. And the lead is back up to 10. It's 39-29. Tyler now with 19 points. Pardon me, and that was his 4th three-pointer of the game. He's on fire. Jackson hammered as he went up with the layup attempt off the terrific bounce pass from Matthews. So we have reached the under 4 media timeout. Firebirds trailing by 10, 39-29. Folks, UDC Athletics would like to invite you to join Firebirds Forever, the booster club for athletics. To give to athletics and receive more details about Firebirds Forever, visit www.udcfirebirds.com. Click the Support Athletics tab on the main page. Firebirds Forever membership forms are also available in the lobby of the sports complex. Thank you for your support of UDC Athletics and Firebirds Forever. I mentioned the struggle the Firebirds have been having from three-point range, a big reason why they find themselves down by 10, as UDC is still out shooting Nyack percentage-wise from the floor, 54.2% compared to 41.2%. Turnovers, however, are very much favoring Nyack. They've only committed 2. Firebirds have committed 7. And UDC came into this game as one of the better teams in the nation in terms of steals per game. They ranked 14th as a team, averaging 9.8 steals per game. Tonight, none. So terrific ball control by Nyack, leading to their 10-point lead here in this first half. It's Khalil Jackson at the free throw line for UDC. And his first attempt falls in. Jackson came into this game 9 of 14 from the free throw line. He's averaging 4.5 points per game. The junior from Brooklyn, New York, who transferred to UDC from Hostos Community College. Lob to Thompson. Now Tyler drives, kicks wide to Thompson. And at the point, Witherspoon motions to slow the pace down just a bit. 10 on the shot clock. Thompson to Tyler for 3. The fadeaway over the outstretched hand of Sidbury. And Robert Tyler just cannot be stopped tonight. Now with 22 points, he's 5 of 8 from deep. Sidbury works it around the perimeter. Matthews finds Jackson. Now Sidbury for 3. And he still can't find an answer from deep. Firebirds now 0 for 9. 0 for 9 from downtown. Robert Tyler alone has 5 more three-pointers made than the entire UDC squad tonight. Minute 27 remaining. Jumper from the free throw line off the mark. Now Butler drives. Underhander won't go, but there to scoop up the miss is Jackson. And he puts in the layup from the right side. And Nyack, I believe, wants a timeout. So it'll be a 30-second timeout called by Nyack. Leaves them just 2 remaining for the second half of play. They lead by 9 with 1:14 left. Well, how about the game for Robert Tyler? He's 8 of 13 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, has 1 rebound, 22 points. Well above his season average already. Came into this game averaging 16.7. He has exploded. No one else for Nyack with more than 5 points. It's been the Robert Tyler show for sure. For UDC, Kasim Chandler leads the way with 7. Khalil Jackson, Joseph Nickerson, Reggie Sidbury all have 6. So much more balanced scoring attack for the Firebirds. Witherspoon. Bounce pass to his right for Chandler. He'll hand off to Ritchie. Now Tyler. Lob down low to Chandler. His reversed attempt won't go. Gets his own rebound. Then loses out of bounds, and it was last touch by Chandler, so it will be Firebirds basketball. With 51.5 seconds remaining in the half. Subs in for both teams. Kasim Chandler got his right elbow taped up. He is back into the game. Matthews. Cross court to Chandler. Chandler pump fakes the pass. Gives back to Matthews. No look pass intended for Jackson. Thrown away. Yet another turnover for the Firebirds. That's their 8th. Again, Nyack just has 3. Warriors can essentially hold for the final possession. It's a 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock, so can really run the clock down. Ritchie. The Firebirds come away with the steal, but then a kick ball stops the momentum by Matthews. It will be Firebirds basketball from the far sideline. It will be Cameron Outlaw to inbound for UDC. With 4.9 seconds left. Gets it to Chandler. Chandler takes it to the hole. And before the shot, traveling violation is the call. 1.5 seconds. All that remains in the half. Jakeem Folks back in for UDC. Same with Gabrielle Chandler for Nyack. Chandler lobs it up, and buzzer sounds before the shot, so that would not have counted even if it had gone in. We have reached the end of the first half. Firebirds trailing by 9, 42-33. Again, the first game after a long Christmas layoff for both these teams. And thus far, it's been the Robert Tyler show for Nyack. 22 points in just the first half of play. I'll step aside for a few minutes, come back, take you through the first half statistics. You're watching UDC Firebirds men's basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Eli Pearlstein back with you from atop the UDC Sports Complex as we get set to get the second half of play underway. Firebirds trailing by 9 in their first game back after the Christmas holiday break. Let's take a look at the stats from the first half. We'll begin with the team stats. Firebirds as a team shooting 51.9% from the field, but they were 0 of 9 from three-point range. They were 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Nyack 15 of 37 from the field. That's 40.5%. They were 7 of 12 from three-point range, 58.3%. They were 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 62.5%. Firebirds committed 5 more turnovers than did the Warriors, 9-4 in that department. Nyack 7 points off those 9 UDC turnovers, just 4 points for UDC off of the 4 Nyack turnovers. Firebirds getting out rebounded 20-17, beating 12 offensive boards for the Warriors, 8 defensive for UDC, 5 offensive, 12 defensive. Nyack with 1 more assist than the Firebirds, 10-9. 1 block for Nyack, 5 for UDC, 1 steal for the Firebirds, 6 for Nyack. Never thought coming into this one that the Firebirds would be stolen by the Warriors. 9 fouls for Nyack, 8 fouls for UDC in that first half. Bench scoring went the way of Nyack 8-6. Second chance points favored the Warriors 8-4. Points in the paint favored UDC. One of the few categories that favored UDC in that first half, 24-14. Fast break scoring also favored the Firebirds 4-2. Leading scorer for UDC with 7 points in the half was Kasim Chandler. He was 2 of 5 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. And then Khalil Jackson, Joseph Nickerson, and Reggie Sidbury all had 6 points apiece in the half. Jackson 2 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Nickerson 3 of 5 from the field, 0 for 2 from three-point range. Sidbury 3 of 7 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3. Where Nyack, their leading scorer was Robert Tyler. He was 8 of 13 from the field, 5 of 8. So he had 5 of the team's 7 three-pointers. 5 of 8 from deep, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, had 22 points. Next highest scorer was Curtis Thompson, who was 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, had 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Again, ended up with 5 points. Sean Witherspoon had 4 points for Nyack, 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So you take a look at those stats, and it's pretty clear what the Firebirds need to do to get back into this one here in the second half. You need to limit the second chance opportunities for Nyack and got to do a better job defending the three. Really, they've got a key on Robert Tyler, who went ballistic in that first half. Firebirds offensively also needed to do a better job of making their threes. They had some good looks at three, just weren't falling for them. So hopefully some of those open three-point looks will start to fall for the Firebirds here in half number 2. Looks like it will be Kasim Chandler, Khalil Jackson, Reggie Sidbury, Joseph Nickerson, and Trayvon Butler on the floor to start the half for UDC as we are underway. Nyack in red going left to right across your screen. Firebirds in gold. Firebirds looking to win their 5th straight home game. Their 5th game overall in their last 6 contests. And we have a 3-second violation called on Nyack. So, good start to the half for UDC, forcing Nyack to commit its 5th turnover of the game. 3-quarter court pressure from the Warriors to start here in the second. Nickerson swings it to Chandler. Screen set by Jackson. Chandler drives left, kicks wide. Sidbury for 3. And he's still 0 for from downtown. Team now 0 for 10. Tyler the 3. Rattles off the rims. Chandler into the front court for the Firebirds. 19:11 remaining in the ball game. Chandler with a nifty up and under move, but cannot get it to fall. That's his type of move, however. Now Ritchie has some space. He decides to pass it up, however. Down low, Chandler finds Ritchie, who will put up the shot from the elbow and connect. And it's 44-33, 11-point game, 18:41 left. Nickerson, double teamed and coughs it up. 3-0 the other way, and an easy bucket from the left side by Sean Witherspoon. The lead has ballooned to 13. And Trayvon Butler, as he started that drive, stepped on the far sideline. The momentum all in the Nyack column right now. Ritchie. Now Tyler drives, and his floater is good. Now with 24 points, Robert Tyler putting on a show for the folks here at the UDC Sports Complex. Not the show they intended to see, or wanted to see for that matter. But they're getting one nonetheless, just from the wrong color team. From the free throw line, Sidbury hits another two. He's been perfect inside the arc, and that continues. Just hasn't hit a three. But he's 4 for 4 now inside the arc. And he leads the way with 8 points. Firebirds trailing by 13. Blocked by Jackson, team's 6th block of the game. Now Jackson into the front court. Dances in the paint, kicks out wide. Open three for Nickerson from the corner. And that was an example of a good look right there. Just nothing falling from three-point range for the Firebirds tonight. Maybe they just don't have their legs under them after the holiday stretch. They've got to get their legs back under them quickly. They can't have too many of these 0 for 3 games, 0 for 3-point range games, that is. Meanwhile, to add insult to injury, three-pointers continuing to fall from the Warriors. They're now up 51-35, 16:42 left. Chandler, bounce pass right to Jackson. He'll drive, and before the shot, travel violation on Jackson. Firebirds' 12th turnover of the game. Ritchie will walk it into the front court. Swings left to Witherspoon. And a reach-in foul is called on Jackson for UDC, team's first and his second personal. So it will remain Nyack basketball from the front court baseline. Ritchie inbounds, gets it into Chandler. Now Ritchie drives, goes off the glass and in for the deuce. And it's an 18-point Warriors lead. Nickerson splits two defenders, goes up underhanded and draws the blocking foul. Nickerson had about a 3-minute spurt in the first half where he was the Firebirds' offense. They need him to get more aggressive. This was his first trip to the line tonight. Firebirds as a team, a perfect 5 of 5 from the stripe. And Nickerson hits the first. Make it 53-36. This is the middle of a 5-game homestand for UDC. Their homestand continues January 2nd, when they host another CACC opponent, Wilmington. That game also at 6 p.m. Then they'll get back to conference play for the rest of the season. Ritchie works against Chandler. Drives right and dribbles left, picks up his dribble. Still is able to find Chandler down low, but he can't convert. And the other Chandler, Kasim Chandler, comes away with the loose ball. Kasim will hand off to Nickerson. Nickerson drives left of the lane and is fouled on the attempt. And that's exactly what the Firebirds need to do. Get Nickerson going. Get him and Chandler to drive to the hole. And see if they can get their way to the free throw line. Extend this game out. We reached the under 16 media timeout. Firebirds trailing 53-37. You're watching UDC Firebirds basketball on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. So it's Joseph Nickerson headed to the free throw line for UDC. He just hit 2 of 2. Came into this game 82% free throw shooter. And he's unable to hit the first in this trip. Senior, the leading scorer on the Firebirds team this year. 5th in the East Coast Conference. Makes 1 of 2. So it's 53-38, 15-point advantage for the Warriors. They were leading by 10 at the break. Witherspoon found Graham, but he could not haul it in. Now Kyle Williams will check into the game for the Firebirds, replacing Khalil Jackson. Pardon me, Firebirds trailed by 9 at the break. They've been outscored 11-5 here in the second half. Travel is the call. So UDC will commit their 13th turnover of the game. Tyler for 3, off the mark. Last touch by Sidbury, and it will be Nyack basketball. Iman Ritchie will inbound. And the pass is picked off by Nickerson. He slams it home the other way. Nickerson, the last 5 points for the Firebirds. He now has 11. First Firebird in double digits in terms of points. Willis. Bounce pass left. Finds Tyler. Tyler fires the 3 again. This time he hits. He hit 5 of those in the first half. His first here in the second. He's now 6 of 11 from downtown. UDC as a team 0 for 11. Big difference in this one. Nickerson again attacks, then kicks out to Chandler. Chandler hands off to Sidbury. Back to Chandler. 14 on the shot clock. Screen set by Williams. And we got a blocking foul called on Junior Graham, the freshman from St. Catherine, Jamaica. That is the team's 3rd foul. Subs in for Nyack. Marcus Boyd back into the game. Nickerson will inbound for the Firebirds, gets it into Kasim Chandler. Firebirds are without the services of Jayon Troutman tonight. He's on the team bench, but sitting in sweats. Very talented athletic player who the Firebirds are missing this evening. Sedberry still unable to find the bottom of the net when shooting from distance. Nyack turns it right back to the Firebirds, however. Now sub in for UDC. Anthony Matthews will check into the game. Also, Calvin Willis checks in for Nyack. Head coach for Nyack, Jason Crafton, certainly using his players in short little spurts, which I think is effective in terms of no one really getting too tired because every player really sitting after just a couple of minutes. He has such a deep bench that he's not afraid to turn to. Bench scoring favors Nyack right now 8-6. Three-pointer from Tyler. He connects again. What a game for Robert Tyler. Now 30 points. 30 points for Tyler. 7 of 12 shooting from downtown. 11 of 18 overall from the field. Just terrific. Nickerson drives, tries to hand off to Williams as he was in midair, and miscommunication there. Sean Witherspoon checks into the game for Nyack, replacing Calvin Willis. 12:50 remaining. Firebirds needing to make a run to get back into this one. And looks like we have a whistle away from the ball. Goes against Nyack, team's fourth. Cameron Outlaw and Jakeem Folks check in for UDC. Joseph Nickerson, Trayvon Butler will take a seat. Chandler fires it off to Matthews. He feeds it to Outlaw along the baseline. Now Williams in the paint, goes up strong and gets the two-pointer to fall. Thompson swings it left to Witherspoon. Here's Tyler. Tries a deep two, and there's nothing this guy can't make tonight. He is on fire. That was pretty solid defense, too, by Outlaw. Didn't get much separation, but got enough to get the shot away. Witherspoon to Tyler. Tries to tip it in. The one-touch shot attempt won't go, and we've reached the under 12 media timeout. Firebirds down by 19. Big a deficit as they've faced all day. Well, folks, a number of games happened earlier today around the East Coast Conference. Let me tell you about the results of those. A lot of crossover games between ECC teams and schools from other conferences. The first final of the day saw Malloy edging out a 2-point win at Assumption, 70-68. Then later, Adelphi got a big-time win at home over NYIT, 101-82. New Haven cruised comfortably to an 83-61 win at home over Queens. Bentley held off Bridgeport at home, 81-74. And Merrimack got the better of LIU Post, 84-72. Of course, the big surprise of the week came just yesterday at University of the Sciences, where St. Thomas Aquinas lost their second straight. They lost, of course, here against UDC on the 17th. So their ranking in the national poll fell to number 9. And their first game back after the Christmas break, they lost at University of the Sciences, so they might drop to, who knows, anywhere from probably 17 to 20 in the national poll. Firebirds turn it over for the 14th time today. Pardon me, the 16th time today. Not what they were looking for out of the timeout. Robert Tyler will be able to take a seat. Ritchie hands off to Witherspoon. He'll dish it to Smith. Pump fake. Bounce pass down low. Now three-pointer from Ritchie. That's short. Rebound to Chandler for UDC. Firebirds with numbers, 3-on-2. And it's Williams with the layup from the left side off the nice feed from Chandler. Good job by the big man Williams running the floor. So 61-44, 10:53 left. Chance of defense from the UDC faithful. And a blocking foul is called. Is the Firebirds' second team foul of the half. It will be Witherspoon to inbound from the near sideline. Foul was called against Cameron Outlaw, his first personal. Three-pointer from Smith is in and out. 3-on-3 the other way. Chandler attacks and scores from the right side. And UDC now within 13, 61-48. Ritchie works around the perimeter. Pardon me, folks, 61-46. So it's a 15-point Nyack lead with 10:06 remaining. Deflection by Outlaw. Now Chandler attacking 1-on-2, has the ball poked away, keeps it in bounds. Just barely avoided stepping on the baseline. Chandler kicks out wide. Matthews as Williams set a screen. Now Chandler drives. His shot is off the front iron. Back the other way, Witherspoon commits the offensive foul. So the clock stops with 9:26 remaining. And finally the momentum seems to have shifted in the UDC favor. Subs in for UDC. We'll see if they can continue this momentum. Jackson, Nickerson, and Butler all back in. The bench doing a nice job giving these starters a rest for UDC. Also, Sidbury checks back in, replacing Kasim Chandler. Or pardon me, that is Cameron Outlaw who will check out. Nickerson to Jackson from the free throw line. He rattles it in. Makes it 61-48. So now the deficit is 13 with 9:11 left. And that forces Nyack to call a timeout. So 6-0 UDC run. Trying to make things interesting late. Folks, UDC would like to thank our corporate partner, the Days Inn Connecticut Avenue. The Days Inn is a proud sponsor and next-door neighbor of UDC Athletics, located at 4400 Connecticut Ave, Northwest. Again, folks, be sure to follow UDC Athletics on Facebook, on Twitter at UDC Firebird Fans, and on YouTube at UDC Athletics 1. Well, with 9:08 left, Firebirds still have not hit a three-pointer in this game. 0 for 12 from distance. But they've started attacking the rim more, and that's led to this little 6-0 run. It will be interesting now with the starters who were not in at the start of this run. Now that they're back in see if they can keep up this momentum. But credit the bench. Guys like Outlaw and Folks and Williams did a great job in shifting momentum back into the Firebirds' favor. Ritchie working at the point, dishes off to Witherspoon. He'll drive, dish off, back to Ritchie. Now Thompson attacks. Can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound for Chandler, and he draws the foul. So it's Gabrielle Chandler, the senior from Atlantic City, New Jersey, at the free throw line. Came into this game averaging 8 points per game. Unable to convert the free throw to try and complete the three-point play. The other Chandler, Kassim to Nickerson. His three-pointer off the mark. Looked like there may have been contact, no whistle though. Now Jackson does draw the foul. So he goes up for the layup from the left side. So clock stops with 8:34 remaining. And it will be Khalil Jackson at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Khalil Jackson, 2 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. He has 8 points along with Reggie Sidbury and Kyle Williams. Joseph Nickerson leads the way for UDC with 11. Jackson hits the first. Jackson, a Brooklyn, New York native, played his high school ball at Thomas Jefferson High. Makes 1 of 2, and it's a 14-point game, 63-49, 8:25 left. Tyler drives and gets the layup off the window. $16-point game, 8:13 remaining. Butler. The screen set by Jackson. Now Nickerson picks up his dribble, finds Butler in the corner for 3, and still no answer from 3 for UDC. Now 0 for 14. And again, most of these three-point looks for the Firebirds have been decent looks. They just have not gotten anything to fall from distance tonight. Sometimes you have those nights, and the UDC are fortunate that at least this is a non-conference game where you're seeing these struggles, but it's weird that it's happening for them on their home court. They're used to shooting every day in practice. It's a defensive foul called. And it goes against Jaron Smith for Nyack. That's the team's 6th foul. We reached the under 8 media timeout with UDC trailing 65-49. I told you about all the games involving East Coast Conference teams earlier today. How about games involving CACC teams? There are a few of those today as well. Dominican, a winner by 10 over St. Michael's earlier today, 84-74. Philly U lost at American International, 64-61. St. Anselm got the win at Post, 91-55. Also, Pace and Caldwell played earlier. Last score update I have from that one was a halftime score with Caldwell up 33-28. Looking at the ECC standings coming into today, Firebirds were tied with 4 other teams. For second place in the ECC standings. Malloy, Bridgeport, and LIU Post, all 3-1 in conference play. Will be Kassim Chandler headed to the free throw line. And he comes up short on the first attempt. He'll have one more. Firebirds Second miss from the line as a team. And Chandler, usually a very sure free throw shooter, misses them both. Very uncharacteristic of him. The other Chandler, Gabrielle Chandler, gets fouled from behind on the layup attempt from the right side. So it seems as though whatever momentum the Firebirds were building with that 6-0 run to get the deficit down to 13 has sort of faded away. Still plenty of time remaining, 7:10 left in the ballgame. Really, it's been the Firebirds' offense that has let them down thus far tonight, as Gabrielle Chandler makes the first. Firebirds as a team came into this game averaging 78 points per game. They're not yet at 50 with just 7 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the contest. Calvin Willis back into the game for Nyack. Well, if Nyack is able to hold on for the win, they'll improve their record to 5-0 against UDC over the last 10 seasons. For whatever reason, this is a foe that UDC very much struggles against. It's not as though Nyack's been a terrific team the last couple of years either. It's just a team that the Firebirds, for whatever reason, do not play their best game against. Doesn't matter whether it's here at the UDC Sports Complex or on the road. Reggie Sidbury to the free throw line. Sidbury's had a very good game from 2-point range, but is 0-4 from 3-point range tonight. Overall, 4 of 10 from the field. 0 for 6 from 3. We'll have one more attempt to come. That makes it a 15-point game, 67-52. 6:49 left. The Eve is to near half court where Willis collects it. Now Ritchie harassed by Chandler, but is able to keep his dribble. Playing games with Chandler, motioning for him to attack. Tyler has a good defender, Nickerson, on him. Picks up his dribble, has to pass it off. And a baseline jumper hit by Ritchie to make it 69-52. 6:20 remaining. Butler. Bounce pass to his right for Chandler. Now Sidbury drives. His baseline jumper misses everything. Didn't really have his feet set. Back the other way. Smith with the 3. And the lead is 20, as large as it's been tonight. 5:57 remaining. Kasim Chandler tries the underhand layup attempt. That falls short. And Tyler from way downtown, in and out. Firebirds with numbers 4-on-2. Jackson out wide. Kasim Chandler for 3. And finally, UDC hits a 3. Took them a while, but finally they net a deep one. Now 1 of 15 from downtown. If you couldn't hit that open look, there's definitely something wrong. Luckily, Kasim Chandler finally did hit that 3. Clock stops with 5:13 left. A couple wait to check in for UDC. Anthony Matthews and Jakeem Folks. Calvin Willis heads to the bench for Nyack. Junior Graham checks in. Also, Gabrielle Chandler will take a seat. It's Khalil Jackson at the line for UDC. And he connects on the first attempt. Jackson now with 9 points. Make that 10. He's in double digits. The fourth Firebird to get into double digits in the point column, along with Kasim Chandler, Joe Nickerson, and Reggie Sidbury. 5:05 is all that's left. Firebirds trailing by 15. Graham sets the screen. Smith hands it off. Now down low. Graham's attempt blocked by Jackson, but out of bounds. Jackson doing a terrific job in terms of getting blocks. As a team, the Firebirds have 8 blocks, compared to just 2 for Nyack. Rebound by Jackson. Firebirds with numbers 3-on-2. Jackson takes it all the way and scores from the right side. And the lead is trimmed to 13. That's as close as the Firebirds have been in quite some time. 4:33 left. Pressure by UDC. Nyack easily able to break. The ball is knocked out of bounds by Jackson. It will stay Nyack basketball. And now timeout is called by, I believe, UDC. A full timeout. No, pardon me, called by Nyack. And I believe that is their final timeout of the ball game. Full timeout. Scoreboard still showing that they have 1 left. But I believe they had just 1 remaining before this. Try and get some clarity on that. Well, who knows? Maybe that 3-pointer by Kasim Chandler, which was just his 5th of the season in 22 attempts, will get the 3 starting to fall for the Firebirds. If they're going to make any sort of run here late in this one, they've got to start getting those triples to fall. Again, they've had good open looks, just haven't made some of these looks that they are used to making. On the other hand, Nyack has shot 22 threes. They've hit 11 of them. So it's been the tale of the 3-pointers telling the difference tonight. It will be Ritchie to inbound. Tyler drives his runner way too high off the glass. And now another block for the Firebirds, this one by Foltz on an attempt by Chandler. Nickerson pump fakes the 3, finds Jackson down low, and he's fouled on the attempt. I don't know how Jackson got that up there. It nearly went in. His back facing the rim. Just sort of chucked it straight up, went off the glass, and nearly went in. And he gets himself 2 more free throws. Firebirds as a team 14 of 18 from the line. That's 77.8%. Jackson hits the first. He's now 6 of 7. Leads the team with 14 points. And the lead is down to 11. Still some work to do, but Firebirds now sitting in a much better position than they had been. And a foul away from the ball, or it could be inbounded. Goes against the Firebirds team's 5th. They still have a couple more fouls to give. Witherspoon inbounds. Now Tyler, and an easy layup for Chandler. Great job breaking the press by Nyack. That's picture-perfect execution. The 3 from Jackson in and out. Tried to buy a foul, could not. Last touched by Tyler. It was deflected off him by Jakeem Foltz. So we'll stay UDC basketball. Trayvon Butler to inbound. Gets it into Jackson. Now Nickerson. Drives baseline, splits two defenders, and puts in the layup off the glass. So it's 74-63, back to an 11-point game. Firebirds still in it. So time starting to become a factor. And we have a 5-second violation called on Nyack. Huge turnover there. Remember, there was such a big turnover disparity early on? Well, that is the 13th turnover by Nyack, so that stat has really started to even up. Steals still favoring Nyack by 3, 8-5. Tyler inbounds to Ritchie, who takes it into the front court. Now Tyler has it back, works against Nickerson, step back Jay, off the mark. Rebound to Jackson, 3-on-3. Nickerson drives, his runner is good. Keep on driving the ball through UDC as the lead has been cut to single digits. 74-65, 3:10 left. Remember, folks, this Nyack team has lost 6 in a row. So right now, their mentality, their confidence, a little bit shaky, especially seeing this run by UDC. It's been the Firebirds who have been winning games lately. They've got all the confidence when it comes to closing out games of late. Nyack with very little. That could play a factor here down the stretch. Nyack's last win was way back on November 19th against another ECC opponent, Roberts Wesleyan. Since then, they have lost at Caldwell, at Concordia, home against Post, at Bloomfield, at Felician, and home against Adelphi. They were fresh, though. They hadn't played since December 12th. So a 3-week span, nearly 3-week span. After this game, Nyack will start off their 2017 slate of games at Holy Family. A conference tilt on Wednesday, January 4th. The time of that game is still to be announced. Our next home game is Saturday, January 7th against Chestnut Hill. By the way, the timeout situation right now for these two teams, no timeouts remaining for Nyack, 2 left for UDC. Ritchie works against Foltz. Now Tyler drives, pass in the paint, broken up. That was Matthews who got a hand in there and came away with the steal. And now Nickerson drives, but he can't finish. Gets another opportunity, and too strong on the short 3-footer. Golden opportunities there by the Firebirds to get within 7. Now they've got to regroup with 2.5 remaining. Ritchie hands off to Smith. Now Ritchie lobs down low. Chandler can't finish. Ball is loose. We get a foul on Nyack. They already are in the double bonus, so free throws coming up for the Firebirds. Foul goes against Imran Ritchie, his 4th personal. So he was trying to keep Matthews away from the ball. Pardon me, they're saying this stays on the floor. So it must not have been a foul called, because they already have 10-team fouls. So if it were a foul, it would have been free throws for UDC. Nickerson drives, and now there is a foul. Joseph Nickerson to the free throw line. Whereas the team, the Firebirds, are 16 of 20. That's 80%. Nickerson, 3 of 4. He's tied for the team lead with 15 points, tied with Khalil Jackson. Kassim Chandler has 12, Reggie Sidbury with 11. And Nickerson hits the first. Sean Witherspoon checks into the game for Nyack. So lead is at 8, a minute 59 left. And now it's a 7-point game. 74-67. Firebirds have been down by double digits the majority of the second half. Trailed by as many as 20 in the half. But have slowly clawed their way back. And now we'll be making the last few minutes very interesting. It is Imran Ritchie at the free throw line. That is the 7th team foul by UDC, so 1-on-1 free throws coming up. And that's an important distinction, that these are 1-on-1 free throws, not 2 automatically. Ritchie hits the first, he'll get a second. Ritchie came into this game a 59% free throw shooter, not a bad guy to put to the line if you're UDC. Ritchie this evening is 1 for 3. He gets them both here. Calvin Wills back in, replacing Junior Graham. Matthews for 3. Gets it to go and draws the foul. And a smart veteran move by Anthony Matthews, sort of sticking his legs out as he released the 3. Defender ran into his legs, and he drew the foul as a result. So a chance at a 4-point play for Anthony Matthews. And all of a sudden, after the Firebirds started this game 0 for 15 from downtown, they're now 2 of 17. So they've made 2 threes in a row. And the free throw is good. So it's 76-70. We have a foul immediately. There's Jerron Smith at the free throw line, the 6-foot senior from Jersey City, New Jersey. Came in averaging 13.1 points per game. And he comes up short on the attempt. Jackson, the big defensive board for UDC. A minute 47 left. Nickerson drives left of the lane, goes up for the runner, can't catch the fall, but gets the putback. A much better job on the offensive glass for UDC of late. Firebirds now within 1 total rebound of Nyack. They have 10 offensive rebounds compared to 16 for Nyack. So Nickerson to try and complete the 3-point play. And he does just that. Now really it's anyone's ballgame. What a comeback for UDC. Again, they were down by 20 in the half. They're down by 9 at the break. Ritchie draws the foul and gets the bucket. It's a momentum killer right there. It was a 20-point game at 72-52. So it's been a 21-6 run by the Firebirds to make that now a 21-7 run. It had been a 21-4 run. The Firebirds get right back in this one. 6-point game, though. Still anyone's game. No need for the Firebirds to press. And a foul before the shot. Free throws coming up for Anthony Matthews. Firebirds have been best when attacking the basket. And Matthews gets the free throw. Matthews now with 4 points. Perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Unable to hit the second. Offensive rebound by Nickerson, and he converts. The Firebirds do get the three-point play to answer, an unconventional type of three-point play. The missed free throw and then the putback. A minute left, and a foul is called. Goes against Nickerson. That's his second personal. In terms of foul trouble, one player in foul trouble for UDC, Khalil Jackson, has 4 personals. Already, Jerron Smith and Gabrielle Chandler have fouled out for Nyack. Without Gabrielle Chandler in there, that's a big loss for the Warriors. Junior Graham returns. So it's 81-76 now. 59.5 seconds left. Nickerson pump fakes a 3, drives, draws contact, gets the bucket, no foul. And UDC again within 3. They've been within 3 now numerous times over the last minute. Can they pull even closer? Timeout called by UDC. Leaves them with 1 timeout left, no timeouts remaining for the Warriors. A little surprised at how quickly Nyack used their timeouts in this game. Usually most coaches like to have at least 1 in their pocket for the final minute. But the Warriors don't have any. UDC again with 1 timeout left. As we take a look at the road ahead for the Firebirds, they will play their first game in the 2017 calendar year coming up on January 2nd against Wilmington, their final non-conference game of the season. Then they'll get back to conference play on January 4th against LIU Post. Both those games can be seen here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. January 4th, the UDC women will also return home and play LIU Post as well. They lost earlier today by 20 against University of the Sciences. Witherspoon gets it into Tyler. He draws the foul. It will be Robert Tyler headed to the free throw line. And he sinks the first. Makes 1 of 2. Tyler's had a terrific game, 39 points. And this is a big, costly miss. And back the other way, I believe that was tipped up by Foltz. The miss by Jackson. And UDC within 2. With 44.9 left. What a comeback by the Firebirds. Again, they are down 20 at 72-52. And now it looks like Robert Tyler is shaken up for Nyack. Robert Tyler has nearly half of his team's points tonight. 40 points and 14 of 25 shooting from the field. And now he's aching, and that's not good news for the Warriors. Quickly out to check on him is Firebird athletic trainer Allison Hammer. He has yet to get up from the floor. Now, it looks like both teams will be allowed to return to their benches. There's a timeout called by UDC, their final timeout. Now, players being called back to the bench by head coach Mike Riley after they had broken their huddle. With the player injured on the floor. Tyler being helped out up now by one of the Nyack assistants. Not putting much pressure on his left knee, left leg. I don't know whether it's a knee or ankle injury, but he is walking off under his own power, which is good to see. Gets a nice ovation from the crowd here at the UDC Sports Complex. Well deserved given the game he's had. Again, 40 points for Robert Tyler. The most the Firebirds have given up to an opponent at home this season. Should rephrase that by saying the most they've given up to an individual player for an opponent at home this season. Witherspoon gets it in. The Firebirds need a stop. There's a 14-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The drive, and oh, what a delivery by Ritchie, getting the layup, the reverse layup, high off the glass. The Firebirds down 4 now. 3 from Nickerson is short. Jackson the offensive board, and he draws a foul. Now the referee's huddling up to discuss who the foul was on. It might have been on Jackson over the back. If it is, that's the big blow. The referee along the far sideline said foul was on UDC. And indeed, they say the foul is on UDC. So free throws for Nyack. Must have been an over the back on Jackson, and that's costly as that's his 5th personal. So Jackson is fouled out. And it'll be Reggie Sidbury who enters for him. Sean Witherspoon to the free throw line for Nyack. No matter what, even if he makes both free throws, it will still be a 2-possession game, and he does not make the first. Witherspoon now 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Nyack as a team, 13 of 20. So he gets 1 of 2, 5-point game. Firebirds need to move quickly. Nickerson out wide to Butler. He pump fakes. Now step back 3. In and out. That follow slam by Fultz. 1-possession game. 16.5 left. Pass is broken up. And the Firebirds keep it in bounds. They throw it away, and then Butler gets the steal. He drives, and before the shot, there's a foul on the floor. So 2 free throws coming up. With 10.1 seconds left. Well, win or lose, what a gutsy job by UDC coming back into this one and making a game out of it. Again, they were down by 20, 72-52. And they outscored Nyack 21-4 at one point in this game. So now a 2-point game. Firebirds again will be looking for a steal. If they don't get it, they'll have to foul immediately. But even with 2 free throws made, now it will still be a 1-possession game. Firebirds good D on the inbounds pass. They get it to Thompson. Firebirds still need a foul, and eventually do foul Thompson. So clock stops with 5.8 left. And the Firebirds have now gotten it to a one-possession game even with 2 made free throws. Now the question is, who do you want shooting the 3? My guess is Firebirds will either look for Sidbury or Nickerson to try and shoot the 3 to tie it up and send it into overtime. They could try and drive still, but that might be taking the clock down a bit too far. Sim Chandler has checked back into the game for Trayvon Butler. Thompson's first free throw rattles in. So it's a 2-point game. Thompson now perfect 2 of 2 from the line tonight. All of his teammates on the court are back in a defensive position. It's only gold jerseys along the side of the lane. Makes 1 and 2, so Firebirds get the rebound. They've got to shoot a 3. No Nickerson will drive. He draws the foul. The clock stopped with 0.8 seconds left. Should have rephrased and said a 3 to win it. 2 made free throws can send this one into overtime, but Nickerson is clutching his right knee. He is in some pain as Kasim Chandler tries to help him off the ground. And gingerly, Nickerson is being helped up. He is hobbling just a bit. He'll head towards the UDC bench. And we'll see if he can shoot these big-time free throws coming up. He's trying to, I guess, walk off the pain. Got up under his own power. But now the question is he able to shoot these free throws? Free throws, well, a lot of people don't realize, a lot of legs go into free throw shots. So he's got to be able to have his legs under him to shoot these free throws. 2 free throws to try and tie this game and send it into OT. What will OT look like with 2 players having fouled out for Nyack? 1 player, Khalil Jackson, having already fouled out for UDC. Be interesting. Nickerson hits the first. 1 more to try and send it into OT. There is 0.8 seconds left. So enough time for a desperation heave for Nyack. Kyle Williams checks in for UDC. Case of a missed free throw here. Nickerson still grimacing in pain, but it's going to try and tough it out. It's up and in, and we are tied at 86. Firebirds have completed the comeback, and what a comeback it is. Now Nickerson will sub out for UDC. Still 0.8 left in regulation. Desperation heave from Ritchie. It would have been good. It clinks off the rim. So we are headed to overtime, just like last year between these 2 teams. A year ago, it was Nyack who was victorious in overtime, 86-82. But talk about this comeback from the Firebirds. Down 72-52. Outscored Nyack 21-4 to get back in this ball game. And then send it to overtime, and now it's a brand new game, anyone's game here in this overtime period. Again, Firebirds will be without the services of Khalil Jackson in overtime. He had a terrific game of 15 points on 4 of 6 shooting from the field and 7 of 8 shooting from the free throw line. Nyack will be without Jerron Smith and Gabrielle Chandler. Big reason why the Firebirds were able to come back in this one. One, they finally hit a three-point shot, but they tightened up the ball control. They now have committed just 2 more turnovers than Nyack. Rebounding edge now favors UDC. That's really the biggest reason of all. A number of second chance opportunities. UDC out scoring Nyack in second chance opportunities 16-10 in the game. Firebirds the better field goal shooting team in this contest. And of course all those free throws. Firebirds 25 of 30 from the line. Nyack 15 of 23. Tip is up. And it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch that looked like by UDC. Nope, refs say it's UDC basketball. So it'll be Outlaw to inbound. Gets it into Matthews. Matthews swings right to Outlaw. Now Kasim Chandler, met by a big defender in Graham, keeps his dribble alive, and is whistled for the travel. It looks like Joseph Nickerson is feeling well enough to come back into the game, and then head coach Mike Riley tells him to take a seat for another sequence or two. So still tied at 86, 4:34 left in the overtime period. Each team now has been given 1 timeout to use in the overtime. Sidbury with the big board. Here's Matthews. Screen set by Folks. Outlaw drives from the right wing. His shot too high off the backboard. Folks, the offensive board. He can't get the putback. Now fights for the loose ball. Witherspoon dives for it. Outlaw finally secures it. And a reach-in foul is called on Curtis Thompson. Clock stops with 4:04 remaining. It's Cameron Outlaw at the line. And he's good on the first attempt. His first bucket of the game. This is his first trip to the line this evening. He gets them both. These were his first free throw attempts of the season. Only averages 3.6 minutes a game. Ball is stripped, recovered by Matthews. By the way, the lead for UDC, now a 2-point cushion, the first lead they've had since early on in the first half. Didn't lead at all in the second half of play, and yet lead right now in OT. What a comeback. Chandler for 3! He hits his second of the game, and it's Firebirds by 5. And it seems like that comeback for UDC has gotten them fired up here in this overtime period. And Nyack without 2 big contributors in Jaron Smith and Gabrielle Chandler. A foul on the layup attempt by Witherspoon. Nyack needs to get Robert Tyler going again. He had 22 points in the first half, 40 points in this game, leads all scorers. Joseph Nickerson, the leader for UDC, with 26. Witherspoon, good on the first attempt. Nickerson checks into the game, replacing Cameron Outlaw. Second free throw rims out. There have been some free throw struggles from Nyack late in this one, which has also contributed to the massive Firebirds comeback and forcing this one into OT. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the overtime period. Nickerson pushes for Folks to go away. He had come up to set a screen. Now Matthews, the step back in and out. So it remains a 4-point lead for UDC, 91-87. 2.5 remaining in OT. Ritchie swings left to Thompson. Now Graham. Hands off to Ritchie, who drives and has it poked away from behind. So Ritchie to the free throw line. Iman Ritchie, 13 points in the game. 3 of 4 from the line, make that 14 points. It's a 3-point contest, 2:17 left. And the second free throw is good. So it's 91-89, 2:13 left. Matthews dishes off. Now Nickerson gets it to Chandler. Matthews working against the zone D. Pass into the paint, nearly picked off. Folks recovers, and his shot from the paint is good. Makes it 93-89, 4-point game, 1:48 left. And timeout called by Nyack. So this is their lone timeout of the overtime period. It will be a full timeout. 1:45 remaining. Stick around. You're watching UDC men's basketball on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. We're back underway. Ritchie receives the inbounds pass. 1:41 remaining here in the overtime period. Tyler drives, kicks out. Now Thompson hands off to Witherspoon, who makes his way into the paint and draws the foul. Clock stops with 1:30 remaining. So 2 free throws coming up for Witherspoon. Done a good job getting to the line in this overtime period. He has 7 points in the game, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He's good on the first attempt. Nickerson back in for UDC, replacing Cameron Outlaw. Adolph Michelin, the only Firebird who has yet to enter the game. He's only appeared in a couple. Calvin Willis back into the game, replacing Sean Witherspoon. Nickerson. Head to Matthews. Polk sets the screen. Matthews drives. Pass out wide to Sidbury is picked off. He gets it back and drains the 3. Nyack just couldn't keep it in bounds. And the Firebirds are the beneficiaries. They're up 5 with now 59.8 seconds left. There may be an issue with how much time's on the clock. As two of the referees head over to the scorer's table. It looks like they're going to put the clock back over 1 minute. 1:05. 1:05 is what's remaining here in the overtime period. Two wait to check in for Nyack. Tyler inbounds. Ritchie does not use the screen. Hands to Tyler. Tyler left of the lane. His shot is short. And Tyler, who had been so good in the first half and early on in the second, has definitely had some fatigue catch up with him. This shot's been a bit off of late. Still 40 points. Can't say anything bad about his performance tonight. 50 seconds left. It's a two-possession game. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Thompson. The clock stops with 43 seconds remaining. No timeouts left for Nyack. Still one remaining for UDC. Cameron Outlaw waits to check in for the Firebirds. Chandler has his free throw rim out. So Outlaw in for Nickerson. They continue to sub in and out for each other for defense and offensive purposes. Chandler unable to hit the second. Remains a 5-point game. Drive and a foul called on Fultz. That was a quick drive. Not too many seconds went off the clock. Just 35.6 remaining. So about 7 seconds going off the clock. Witherspoon short on his attempt. That's a big miss. He knew it. Put his hands over his head right away in disappointment. Second one rattles in. Nickerson inbounds to Chandler. Is able to keep his footing, and then a reach-in foul is called. Chandler nearly traveled there. Great job not moving his pivot foot. He had to extend out to retrieve the inbounds pass. Sim Chandler just 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Came in shooting 79%. He's just been off for some reason. Maybe the time off away from the gym over the last couple of weeks, affecting his free throw shooting. Gets the first one this time. And that's big. Makes it 97-92. This next one, huge. Could make it a 3-possession game. Or pardon me, it would still be a 2-possession game. Be a 6-point game. And he's able to do just that. Again, Nyack moving quickly. And a quick drive, this time no foul committed by UDC. Massey splits 2 defenders, take off some more time. Still no foul committed by the Warriors, and now it's Chandler who will get fouled again with 21.1 seconds left. Firebirds have outscored Nyack 12-6 in this overtime period, after erasing a 20-point deficit in the second half. Firebirds never led in the second half, and are 21.1 seconds away from notching their 5th win in a row at home, their first win over Nyack in the last 10 seasons. They're 0-4 against the Warriors since the start of the 05-06 season. A lot riding on this game. Nyack Meanwhile, it looked like for a while they were going to be cruising to ending their 6-game losing streak. Not anymore. It's a 6-point game. 18 seconds left. 3-pointer from Tyler. That's a swish. And hold on, folks. I might have spoken too early. Firebirds up by 3. 13 seconds left, and a foul is committed. Tyler now 43 points. 43 of his team's 97. For UDC, this is the first time they have reached the 100-point mark all season. Remember when I said it looked like they weren't going to be able to match their even season high or season average of 78. That was back when they had 49 points with about 7 minutes remaining in the game. What a surge they've put on offensively. Getting to the rim and getting to the free throw line. It's been the key to success for UDC. And Costley misses at the free throw line, but a costly miss there from 3 with 1.9 seconds left. Chandler secures the rebound and may have just secured the game for UDC. One made free throw will put this one away. Chandler 7 of 13 at the line. Needs an 8th made free throw, and this one should be over. He's able to get it. 101-97. $102.97. Now all that's in question is what will be the final score. And it will be 102-97 in overtime. The Firebirds get the win and improve to 6-5 overall. And 5-1 here at the UDC Sports Complex. What a comeback. What a win for UDC. Nyack falls to 3-8 overall. And 1-5 away from home this season. They put up a terrific fight, especially Robert Tyler, 43 points. Outstanding game by him. But the Firebirds, pretty much right when they had to, made a run, 21-4 run, to get right back in this game. And they outscore Nyack in the overtime period, 16-11, to come away with the victory. Snap their 0-for-4 skid against this Nyack team and continue their winning ways here at home. Now 5 wins in a row at home for your UDC Firebirds. Again, Firebirds' next action will be January 2nd here at home against Wilmington. That game will be streamed live here on the Firebird Sports Network. Then they return to conference play January 4th as they host LIU Post. That game will be at 5 p.m., the first game of a doubleheader, as the UDC women will follow at 7 p.m. Until then, for all the good, hardworking men and women involved with the UDC athletic department, I'm Eli Pearlstein saying thanks so much for tuning in. One last time, the final. Firebirds win at 102-97. They're now 6-5 on the year. Nyack now 3-8. Have a great rest of your evening, everyone, and a great New Year's as well. Please do stay safe. This has been a presentation of UDC Firebirds basketball on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network.